see, so stick with your man, no.
In this our society, they think the woman should be more spiritually strong than the man. It has to be the man. The man is the priest of the family. He should be spiritually strong. He should be stronger than the wife because it's him that will lead the children, and he has to be whole because a lot of men are not okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Ojo Jesutofumi, popularly called MC Famous, and we are here again at the Yellow Box. This is a podcast with which we help to provide solutions to relationship and marriage challenges. So a link will be displayed on the screen now. You can use that link to ask your questions as anonymous. On this episode, we will be answering 2 of the questions that we have gotten. With me today, I have the beautiful Blessing. Hoorah! Blessing, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
I can feel your energy with your smile already. I'm sure that you are going to give us all the information that we need based on your experience today.
Of course.
All right. Thank you. And over here, we have the beautiful Araoluwa Adeoti. Araoluwa, how are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Your makeup is on fleek.
Thank you.
How do you feel being on the Yellow Box?
Well, I mean, I feel great. I think we'll have a good time.
Okay. All right. We can't wait to have a good time. Okay, so the drill is very easy. Mm-hmm. If you've seen previous episodes, we will start with trivia questions, then we'll move to riddles, then we'll now take it up from there. So which of you wants to go first? I have numbers 1 to 3. Whoever wants to go first, we just pick a number and we'll get started. Who wants to go first? Choose a number between 1 and 3.
Okay, 2.
Number two. I feel like Frank Idowu at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire right now. Okay, so number 2. Who was the first Nigerian artist to be nominated for Grammy Awards?
First Nigerian artist
to receive a Grammy Award nomination. Yeah, nomination.
Okay.
Not that they eventually got the award, but they were just nominated. Yeah.
If I want to just take it off my head, I think maybe Fela Kuti.
No, but someone from that time and age bracket.
Of that time. Wow.
Yeah. You are very close. I mean, I even like... Correct! That's so smart of you.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. You love music?
I'm a fan, a big one.
Oh, wow. Awesome. I didn't know you would get that.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so choose a number.
Well, number 3.
Number 3. This one is easy. But let's see how easy it is for Blessing. What is Fireboy's full name? Fireboy.
Really? Oh my God. I don't know what Fireboy.
Fireboy's full name. Do you want me to?
Let me guess.
Just guess.
Damola.
Yeah. One of his name is Adi Damola, but I need his full name. So his name is Adi Damola. What's his son name?
Adi Damola Fireboy.
No. Fireboy, is that your name? I'm sure that's not your name. His name is Adi Damola Adefolaon. Adefolaon.
Adedamola.
That's his name, aka Fireboy.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll give you half. You got 1. So let's move to the riddles. So because you went first, you go first now. Choose a number between 1 and 3.
2.
Number 2. What can you hold without ever touching? So this thing, you can hold it, but you can't touch it.
You can hold it without you can't touch it.
Yes. It's just a smart question. It's just... I'm not going to tell you what the answer is. People are supposed to get the answer in the comment section. What can you hold without touching?
What can I hold without touching?
Say what comes to your mind.
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
What can I hold without touching? The Lord is good.
The Holy Ghost.
I hold it. I can't touch it.
The Holy Ghost, ma. Say what's on your mind.
What's on my mind?
Just say what comes to mind when you heard that. What can you hold without touching?
Uh, what can I hold without touching? Um, I don't know.
You don't have an idea.
I don't have an
So
idea.
people in the comment section will try and get the answer. I'm not going to tell you. Okay, so over to you. Choose a number.
Okay, number one.
Number one. Number one.
Oh, it just came now.
What is it?
Conversation.
Correct! Who gave it to you? The Holy Ghost. That was so profound.
Let's
of you.
go.
All right, it's a conversation. That's correct.
Conversation, yeah.
Okay, so you chose number one. This is quite hard.
Wow.
Okay, but I'll just tell you. You will find me in Mercury, Earth, Mars, and Jupiter, but not in Venus and Neptune.
You find me in
Mercury, Earth, Mars, and Jupiter, but you will not find me in Venus and Neptune. What am I?
Mercury, the letter R.
Correct! Wow, that is super amazing. That's super amazing. I thought it was going to be difficult.
I mean, I try to do this a lot.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow. You're a redo goddess.
No, not that much, but I mean, I just
Wow,
that's
that's so nice. Okay, so she has 2 points. You have 1.5 points. So you are going to go first on the next set of questions. So because this is a podcast that speaks to relationship and marriage, we just want to know what your experience has been like, So that leads me to the question: what would you consider to be your best relationship experience?
Best relationship
Best, yes.
experience.
With a
Well,
man, not the Holy Ghost.
with a man. Best relationship experience. I've not had my best relationship experience. I'm yet to have it.
But for context, the guys that you have dated, which would you consider to be, if you want to choose of all the people you've met and dated,
Yeah.
and you have to choose one to be the best, who would that be and why are you choosing that person?
Okay. There's one, but when I was like quite younger, and the reason why was that we were more friends. It was very playful. We would laugh a lot, and I think that was my best. Yeah, we would laugh a lot. We crack jokes, and it was that I remember. It was just for 4 months. It was not for long.
Wow.
Yeah, it was not for long, and it was in 20. Not when I was younger. It was in 2021. It was just for 4 months. It was not long, but we had a nice time, but short.
So you dated for 4 months in 2021. That's 4 years ago, and you can still remember, and you can still feel the emotions right now.
No, I cannot feel the emotions.
Okay.
I cannot feel the emotions, but we spent quality time, and then I like to laugh. I love when someone makes me laugh. So he made me laugh a lot. So we stay and just laugh, and it was really nice. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So now, which would you consider to be the worst, and why would you choose that?
It was the last.
Tell us about it.
It was the last. It was a lot. Do I want to talk about? My God. Anyways, yeah, it was the last. But we're friends now. But it was a lot of traumatic experiences, cheating, lying, gaslighting. Why am I saying this? Well, gaslighting. It was a lot. I became who I wasn't, because I'm a very happy person, always playful. So I became this angry person because it was very difficult to communicate. The person would hurt me, and then when I want to communicate, the person would gaslight me, and I didn't like to fight. So because of that, I would just keep quiet, and it kept piling up. And one day I lost it, and the way I reacted was really bad. And then it made me angry. I was angry to the point where when my friends just make a joke, like when they make jokes, we laugh. Do you get? And then when they make a joke, I would get upset and take it personal. And then that took me back. It happened with one of my friends, and it took me back. I was like, no, this is not how I used to be. This relationship is changing me. And then at that point, I was done with it. But I was still with him, but in my heart, I was done. So I was looking for a way out. And as God will have it, God provided a way out. And exactly how I prayed for it to happen, that was how it happened. And I took the opportunity and I left. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. That's so personal, but you shared. Thank you
Yeah.
for sharing with us.
You're
Okay, so
welcome.
Arolo, over to you. Which would you consider to be your best relationship experience so far?
Well, I mean, I can't really say. I don't know. Like, I mean, I've had a lot of good experiences, so I can't really pinpoint because some were good and then it turns sour. Then some were just good all through and it didn't last long. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint because obviously we are not together anymore. So anything that does not have happy ending, I don't think it's good. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, I had a nice time, but I don't know. I can't really say maybe this particular one, but I know there are some that made me so happy.
That would be the one that we want to hear about. Which one made you the happiest of all of them?
Um, yeah, I mean, I think maybe let me say the last one.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the last one.
What
Yeah.
what was the happy thing it did? Even though
Yeah,
it
because
ended.
I love to travel.
Okay, I can tell.
So he was not, it was actually not someone who likes to travel. He's a very reserved, calm person. So because of me, we always travel together. Then I mean, I like to go to fun places when I'm free. You know, so we did a lot of things together, things that made me happy, then things that made him happy. We do that also. So yeah, it was just like a relationship whereby we're just trying to make each other happy. And it didn't last long because I realized some things later on and I was like, okay, I can't deal with this anymore. So I just had to like step back because I really do not like to fight for things as much as I'm ambitious, and but when it comes to relationship, I don't put myself in a situation to say, oh, I want to tough it out and be the best so that you can choose me. No. So I think that was,
You just have to let him go.
so it was just like that.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. So which is your worst? And why are you choosing that to be your worst? What was the experience like?
Oh, I mean, I think we're young and naive. We met in school
Secondary
and
school or
now
university?
university.
Okay.
And that's, I can say, was my longest relationship.
How many years?
4.5, going to
Wow.
five
Going
years,
to 5.
almost 5 years. So we dated for that long. And yeah, being like a very homey person that I am, regardless of whatever anybody sees online. So I was like, wait, toughing it out. It was good. From the beginning, it was very, very good. It was my best friend. We had a lot of good memories together. But life happened. We had our differences. We hurt each other. So yeah, I take the blame for the things I did. I don't know if he's taking blame for whatever he did, but I mean that's none of my business. But I mean it just went south midway, and
Wow. Wow. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
thank you.
All I can say is wow, wow, wow. But one thing I can pick from all the episodes that we've had and all the guests have to say is that for a relationship to really do well, friendship has to be part of it.
Of course.
I'm sure that we all will come to terms with that fact that you have to be friends with whoever it is you want to date or get married to. All right. Now that you have shared your experiences, and we really thank you for doing that, being vulnerable to the whole world, because the whole world is watching this right now, We now want to start profiling solution to people's relationship and marriage challenges. So we have two questions that we are going to be treating and weighing our opinion on this episode. And because you got 2 points, you got 1.5 points. She did better than you. So you are going to go first. And I'm just going to read out the first question to you. Now, the question is to her, but when she's done, you can weigh in on it too. I have this question that says, I'm suspecting that my best friend of 20 years is having an affair with my boyfriend of 3 years. I don't have any concrete evidence, but my woman intuition is telling me so. What do I do to know if they are really cheating?
Well, what do you do to know if they are really cheating? Okay. I would say, first of all, take a deep breath. Don't just conclude. There are ways you can know, but with time, you have to give it time. You have to give it time. But your best friend of 20 years and your boyfriend of 3 years, how can you know? Well, yeah. I won't say you should check. I'm not someone that would advise for you to check his phone or something, because that's not good, because you might see other things that you're not supposed to see. And then what I would say is, just take your time, be smart about it. If you're a Christian, I would say pray about it first. Do you get what I'm saying? Because yeah, God always reveals things. So I'll always talk about it. So yeah, pray about it first. But then just take your time, be sure, have conversations, talk to him. Yeah, talk to him, talk to her. I'm very open. Me, I will tell you what I'm thinking. I will tell my friend, okay, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Yeah, the person might not say the truth, but when you respond, the way you respond, I will know if you're lying or not. Do you understand? I will talk to him, I will talk to her and hear their response. And based off their response, I will know how to react. Yeah, so I won't just conclude that. That's what I would do, basically. Yeah.
Okay. Araulua, let me go again. Suspecting that my best friend of 20 years is having an affair with my boyfriend of 3 years. No concrete evidence, but my woman intuition is telling me so. What do I do to ascertain that they are really cheating?
I'm so sorry. I want to ask a question. What is making her suspect? Did she just stay and then there must be something?
I don't have that information.
She just stayed and then she just started suspecting. Well, since we don't have that information, that's just all I have to say, because there must be something. You cannot just stay and suspect your best friend and your boyfriend. There must be something that you saw.
Maybe the way they relate when they are together. Maybe if she's with her friend and her boyfriend, the way they relate, the closeness they now have, all those kind of thing.
Okay.
Something must be triggering that thought in her head. So what do you have to say?
One more thing I have to say, be observant. Okay. Invite them. Put them in a place. Sit and observe. Just sit and observe. Just be very observant. Be nonchalant. While you're being nonchalant, be observant. And you will see, you definitely get an answer. Yeah, after having the conversations. No, before having the conversation. Just, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just
what's the conversation supposed to sound like? What are the kind of questions you should ask?
I'll ask, okay, this is how I feel. This is what I feel. I feel like you're having an affair with my friend. Or I feel like you guys, there's something I feel like. I will say it. Why? This is the reason why. Do you understand? So based off their explanation, oh, I'm like this because of this. Oh, I'm like this because of that. I would know. Coupled with what I had seen, putting them together, then I will just, it will play out. With time, it will play out. It will all play out.
All right. Thank you, Blessing. Arulua, what do you want to say?
Okay, so I have 2 points.
Okay.
Number one might sound harsh, but there's a saying that goes thus: show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are.
Yeah.
So I feel like for you to have a friend for 20 years, it means you know that person deeply. You know the things that even their parents might not know about them. So if all of a sudden you're feeling that like your friend is having an affair with your boyfriend, then it might be as a result of the things you guys have discussed in the past or things you know they are capable of doing. If you are my friend, number one thing that I always do in my relationship is to trust people. You have to prove to me that I should not trust you. But me not trusting you will not come from me. Because I choose my friends so carefully. My circle is so small. So if you are in my circle and I know that I'll give you that 100% trust. So if you now tell me that you have a friend of 20 years and you're now suspecting after 3 years of being with your boyfriend, it means there's an underlying issues between you and your friend that is giving you that, that thought like, oh, if my friend can do this, then definitely she can do this. Definitely if she had done this, then she can do this now. That's on the other side. Then another thing is that sometimes your friends might actually be a very good person that you know that they are very good. They can't do something like that. But your intuition as a woman just, kicks in and you're feeling insecure about your friend and your boyfriend. So, like she said, asking them to me, I think that's a wrong move. I don't know, but I don't know how you're seeing it from your perspective, but I think that's a very wrong move. Why? So this particular topic, I have a personal experience. So my relationship, I had a relationship, and one of the reasons why I had to let go was because he was suspecting me and his friends. And there's one thing about me. People who knows me, they know that I'm a very playful,
friendly person.
If you can see me, if I'm available, yeah, I'm like everywhere. I'm very playful. So, and then if I'm dating you, your family, your friends, anybody around you, they are my people. I don't want to care. I don't want to know. They are my people automatically. So because I grew up in a very large family. So bringing people together, having, people in the same space, having good
You're used
relationship
to
with people
that.
I'm used to that. It's not a problem for me. So it got to a point that he started suspecting me and his friend. I was mad because I will never do that. So the problem you have with your friend should not affect me. Maybe your friend had done something similar that you feel they can do now. You should not project that to me. So that was why I said telling that friend or your boyfriend can actually be a very wrong move, because what if they are not doing what you think they are doing? What if it's just your emotions? What if it's just your insecurity that you need to work on? So why do you have to project it on them? I'm very sure you introduced your friend to your boyfriend.
Yeah,
And if you
correct.
don't trust your friend,
You won't introduce.
you won't do that
yeah.
introduction in the first place. You won't give them that avenue to be together in the same space most of the time. So, I mean, I feel like no matter how long a relationship is, they used to say a broken relationship is
It's
better than a broken marriage. But I mean, let's not delve into that. Let's just tackle what we are talking about. So that's just my point. Those 2 points, it's either you don't trust your friend or you have trust issues. That is a personal thing. So if you are thinking that way, then I don't know. I don't know how to help you. Like you said, we don't even know why she's thinking that way. We don't know what she has seen or maybe what she heard. It's just based on your intuition. I don't
So what
think
would you
that
rather
is-
she do?
I think she should just, like I said, personal evaluation. Yes, thank you. Personal evaluation. Evaluate why you are thinking that way first. If it's because you feel insecure about your friend or your boyfriend, tackle the person you are insecure about. Don't let it clash, because the other person might not be feeling that way. So I won't advise you should be rash about it. You should be, You should have pepper body about
Yeah.
it.
It should
I feel
be
it's
as
something you
civil
should
as
just
possible.
yes, as civil as possible, so you don't lose your friend and,
And
lose your boyfriend,
boyfriend.
over an assumption.
And eventually they will now go and date.
They might not
really, and
even date. They
get
might not
married.
even date. Might even lose the relationship, and that is it. And both of them be like, "Come on, they can't. It's not possible."
But well, can I say something?
Yeah.
When I say I'll ask, I'm not going to fight you about it, because sometimes, like you said, it might be trust issues. So when you communicate, you can know if you are the one overthinking. And when I say communication, you're not going to fight and say, oh, this is what I'm thinking. There's a way you communicate in a peaceful way. Okay, my friend, okay, this is how I feel. I've never felt this about you. Or this is how I feel. And I feel like this because of this. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But I feel the person, even if you ask, there is a possibility of the person lying
To
to
be
you.
defensive.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The person
they-
might
like,
not.
and then they can take it up. Like,
Of
what
course.
do you mean by that? So even if you want to ask, I feel it should be somebody who you know that maybe their maturity level is higher.
Of course, you have to check.
Sometimes there are some things I can tell my best friend, and there are some things that she can tell me. If she's feeling a particular way, she's going to call me and say, babe, Alpha, I feel this way, or you did something and this is how I feel. Like, oh, no, I don't mean it that way. I mean, that's me. In fact, that was how we became friends. Our first issue like that, and the way we resolved it was the reason why till today, no matter how I'm feeling, I'll tell her about it. No matter how she's feeling, she'll tell me
you
about it.
Okay, can you see why? And that's why you have a long-term friendship. And that's the reason why if you communicate nicely, of course, the same thing. If she's not doing anything, she'll be like, why are you thinking like that? I'm your friend. Like, I wouldn't do something like that. But if she's doing it, the defense mechanism will come up.
But she
You get
might
what
be
I'm saying?
defensive and not doing it. Do you know why?
It depends on how you communicate it, telling her your reasons. Because for me to be friends with you for 20 years, you must have some form of maturity. We must have an understanding
Of
where
course, yes.
we can easily communicate anything,
Yes.
because issues will always come up, right?
course, yes.
So if I cannot say that to you, that means I'm not your friend. Me personally, that's what I would do. I will communicate it to you. I'll tell you, babe, this is what I think, and this is the reason why I'm thinking like that. Do you understand? So, like you said, you've had years of experience, so there might be some things that your friend had done, and that will just stay. And then because of that, you're suspecting that, and you'll be like, you've done this thing. So do you get what I'm saying? She's your guy. Me, I will communicate.
It's very funny because it's this same gender that will just sleep on one faithful night and wake up in the morning and say they have a dream about their boyfriend cheating on them. I mean, I'm guilty, but I'm just saying that. So you expect that. I'm just saying, no. This
But
friend,
it's true, actually.
this person now, this lady, she might just be overthinking it.
That's why in conversation, she
might
will know
just
she's
be.
overthinking.
She might just be overthinking it because, you've been friends with somebody for 20
20
years.
years.
It's as if they gave birth to you, both
Together.
of you together.
Because I'm
I don't
wondering,
know
when
how
did you
old.
even meet?
Yeah, like
how old were you
Yeah,
when you were
like
friends?
for you
Maybe
to
like primary school
Yeah,
or
you
early
get-
secondary school.
and you're not married, you just, age is nothing, it's not a barrier, but
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like put one or two together. It should be in your maybe late 20s.
Yeah, maybe like
or early
28
30s,
or 30, yeah.
So for you to be friends with somebody for that long, and there's some things that my friends will do and I overlook because I already know the kind of person this person is. So it's not. I'm not even going to like let that destroy our relationship.
You know what to expect from this person.
From this person, even if they shock me, there's still allowances that I've given to them if beforehand that this person, I've given you this space. You can go, you can trespass, and I will not even react. I'll let it go. But this one, I know it's very delicate, so it's something that needs to be addressed in a
Handled
very
carefully.
subtle way,
Yeah.
so that you don't, because what I'm after is you losing your friend,
And losing your boyfriend.
your friend of 20 years and your boyfriend of 3 years over an assumption.
Hey, the
like
sound
I
of that is
said,
crazy.
okay, so
It's just your human intuition.
20 years. And very sure, let's assume that that's not her first boyfriend, or she has had other relationships in between the 20 years.
Yes.
And she didn't suspect anything. And then
Anything.
is this one from 3 years that she's suspecting? That's why I said there must be something. Do you understand what I'm saying? There must be something that's making her
that is
suspect
triggering her,
that.
right?
And then there are times where you have dreams, and it's true, because like I said, I had a dream that he was with another girl, and I called him exactly the time I had the dream. He was with the girl, so it happens.
I know it happens.
It
I know.
happens,
I
so
mean,
yeah.
one thing about personally,
So even with a dream like this,
see, my own is even
Holy
worse.
Ghost.
The way we're going to break up, I'm going to see everything. The length of time
Exactly.
we're going to use together, what will happen, how it's gonna happen. I'm gonna see everything. So if
Jesus.
I'm
Yes.
dating you or you ask me out, the moment I say yes to you and I just say God, please, I beg,
You
just
will
show
know.
me. I will see everything. I
Yeah.
can play along for some time. And then when it happens, so my heart is not broken because I've seen it from the beginning. So yeah,
Actually,
it happens.
even the way we broke up, God had shown me like
even people are saying
I
it.
had seen it 3 times. I
Of
was like,
course.
we're together, and then I stepped out, and then I came back. I saw someone else. It happened like that.
Exactly.
I was here,
Exactly.
and then I traveled to Abuja.
Jesus.
Before I came back, there
It
was
was
somebody
not there,
else.
yes,
That
you
was
get-
exactly how it
We're
happened.
traveling, like I'll see that we're traveling together, and all of a sudden I won't see
Yeah.
him again. Like that journey, I have to complete that journey
And that was
alone.
exactly how it happened.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I know
How come
definitely
both of
this
you have the
person.
same breakup experience inside a dream?
The one I told you about that was like the best.
Eh.
I saw the same thing. Like we're going to his family house together,
And he
then
just disappeared.
he was going in front. I was calling on to him like, what's up? Like, I don't know where you're taking me to, but I'm just here. And I'm looking at you. It's like a market space. And he just left and I didn't see him again.
After that dream, how long did it take for the breakup to really, really happen?
After that, I think it happened in a month.
Wow.
Yeah, it happened in a
What,
month.
what was it like dealing with him in that 1 month?
That 1 month.
Since that God already showed you ahead of time.
Yeah, he started misbehaving. Things that he was keeping from me before, he started, being nonchalant about them.
Oh.
So I just knew that, okay, fine, it's okay.
And I just want to add one more thing. I must add this because I stand for truth. The word of God is truth. People downplay relationship with God. That's why I said she should pray, because if she has a relationship with God, the Bible says, call unto me and I will show you great and mighty things. He will already show her. She will already see it. Do you understand? He shows you, you will know. And when you pray and ask him, he will show it to you. So don't downplay your relationship with God, because God shows, especially women. Women have that gift.
Yeah,
God
like
will
that.
show
I'll
you.
even like
Yeah.
what you said the other time, like it will play out.
It will play out.
So that's what I'm saying. Let it play out on its own naturally. Don't let it be like you are the one who wants to
Get to
really
know exactly
get
what
to
is between both of them.
Yes, like you have that relationship with God. You can pray about it. It's your intuition. It happens. Sometimes you can just see things and you feel, this thing 1, 2, 3, maybe due to past experience, and you're like, hey, there's a pattern here. There's a pattern here,
You see.
and you're pointing out the pattern. Then you talk to God. Ask him to show you. He's not a God of confusion. He's going to show you exactly how it's going to be. And before you even know it, they might even be the one to come out and start acting,
yes.
weird. And I mean, they'll be restless. If God really, really wants you out of that
Wow.
relationship and friendship.
Sometimes
Wow.
you don't even have to ask. He will show it to you before it happens.
Of course.
Wow,
So
this is so interesting to know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that both of you have the same dream experience. And this is the first time I'm hearing from a lady that you can dream about a breakup and it will happen exactly how you dreamt
Exactly.
about
of
it.
course, yeah.
Wow, that is new for me. But it is good that we can hear that on the yellow box. We are moving to the next question, and the question is for Araolua. And because we've spoken, you said you like traveling. So this has relocation in it, So
Oh.
I mean, I'm excited that the question is coming to you. So I'll just read it out. I have always dreamt of relocating outside Nigeria, but my boyfriend doesn't want to because he has a business that is doing well here. I recently met a guy who has been living in the UK for years. He has promised to do everything to take me with him to the UK. Everyone is telling me to leave, but I don't want to because my boyfriend has been too good to me since we started dating 2 years ago. What do you advise I do?
you see, I'm laughing already.
Japa,
I'm laughing
Jalo
because
Canada.
I mean, it's funny. It's funny because I have similar experience.
Okay, tell us about
But
it.
in this case, it's demand. So it's funny because you're asking me a question and it feels like maybe
It looks like your life.
like I've told you, this happened though. So I mean, it's kind of so. What I can say about that is that I think when they started the relationship, there was no proper communication. So if I'm dating somebody, like we want to date
You
somebody,
mean
getting
the
to know,
boyfriend that
and the girlfriend.
Okay.
Because if you are dating for 2 years, I know sometimes maybe along the way your plans might change, but for people who wants to travel out, that really, really wants to travel out, most times it's just like an ambition that you're trying to work towards. It's not like you just wake up one day and say you want to travel out. Sometimes it happens, but I feel that people who truly wants to relocate. So here now, I think did she get a job or she just
No. The boyfriend as a business is running in Nigeria, that
Nigeria,
is
but the
doing well, and that's
lady-
why she met a guy
Okay,
that
she
wants to
met
take her
that wants to take her
out.
out
She recently met a guy
met the guy
that
and
is willing to do anything, and the guy has been living in the UK for years.
okay.
Yeah, and the guy likes her.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's in a dilemma. So she wants us to provide solution.
So wow. There's a saying that goes thus.
Okay,
The devil,
it's better than
it's better than the angel that you don't know.
Okay.
If the guy that have something, the guy she's dating currently,
Yes.
is that okay? I feel if you think you want to relocate or maybe you want to do something like that, maybe you should communicate with him and tell him, oh, I have this ambition, I want to travel out. But it shouldn't be because you met somebody new. I don't know if I'm making sense. It shouldn't be because you met somebody new, somebody who you don't even know their intentions towards you. This is somebody you've been with and they are doing well for themselves. It's not as if maybe you, with this message, it's not as if she lacks anything.
No. The guy is doing well.
I think she is also doing well for herself. I don't know why you want to. Nah, I don't think that makes sense. I don't think it makes sense to leave your boyfriend that has invested so much in the relationship. It's not as if it's like it's violent to you. It's not treating you badly. Then why? If you truly love him and it's not because you are there because of what he has to offer, but because you truly love him, I don't see any reason why you should leave him. Because if you go, you don't even know what you want to go and meet there. What if the person you want to meet is a woman beater and he's just doing everything to lure you in, just to bring you in and, get hold of you and you can't even come back. Your family can't even reach you. Maybe you just need somebody as a nanny or something in UK. I mean, sometimes you can meet people like that and it will be okay, happy ending. I'm just saying, why so fast? Why must you say, oh, I want to bring
take you to the UK.
like
you
that?
just met me.
You just met me and you are in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship,
It's smelling red flag.
it's not. I mean, if you go with that, even if you're my friend, I'll be angry that I've known Bayo for how many years and he's taking care of you. And all of a sudden you just wake up and say, this, unless there's something you are not telling us. Mm-hmm. Maybe that guy is not who we think he is. And you think this is like your way out of that relationship. I don't know what you are passing through from your own perspective. Sometimes people just give like, the sub-ed. They won't even give you the epilogue. Not to talk of you getting the whatever. You cannot get anything. So we are just making do with the information we have. But if the guy is truly good, please, stick with your man, no. Husband is scarce. I mean, somebody has been, rocking it and doing everything for how many? 2 years? All the best.
All right, Blessing, what do you have to say?
Well, she said her whole life she's been wanting to relocate.
Yes, that's her dream.
That's her dream.
Once that happens, she feels fulfilled.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry. That was why I said, I said this thing that people who want to relocate, they know that they want to relocate.
Yeah, she has always wanted
that means there was no proper communication between
the girl
and the guy that she has been dating, because you know that definitely this person, they have a business here, they are running, they might not want to relocate with you.
But what if, because the tone of her voice, the tone of her message, because it's not a voice, what if they met, the guy likes her, and she made the guy know that I want to relocate, but the guy is always just telling her, let's stay now.
And then that means it's her fault. You know what you want. that is what you should. That's your goal. If you have a goal, that's what you work towards,
But
right?
the goal has now come. Someone that wants to help her fulfill the goal has now
You
come.
cannot use somebody as a placeholder. That's bad now. That's selfish.
Yeah.
That's very, very selfish. If when you met the guy and you sincerely told him back then that you want to relocate, you don't want to stay here, you don't want to give birth to any of your children here in Nigeria, and then the guy says, "Oh, let's see how it goes." Then if that is the case, if the guy say, "Oh, okay, I'll think about it. Let's just be dating." You know, some people when they like you, they are desperate. They feel like they can, do everything to make you happy, and you change your mind. I mean, that would be the guy's fault for you knowing that this person wants to relocate and you don't have that plan in your own agenda. But now they want to, go ahead with their plans and their goals for life. I mean, the girl can go in that situation. I don't have a problem with that because the guy already. But if there was no proper communication, the guy does not know that she wants to travel. She has never communicated that aspect of her life with that guy. I mean, I feel that she's just, I don't know. I can't call her a bad person, but that's bad.
She's just being selfish.
That's
being
selfish.
selfish.
Blessing, what do you have to say?
What I have to say, girls, if you have a goal, you want something, stick to it. Don't think that, when I get into the relationship, he will change his mind. He's not going to change his mind.
You change your mind. You when you don't change person, you change your own mind. No, nah. Meet people that align with your goals.
Exactly. So, like I said, like mine is compromise. If you really love someone, you should be able to compromise. Do you understand what I'm saying? So communication too, because if you had communicated to the guy that this is what you want, the guy should be able to at least compromise. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even if he doesn't have to go there and live there, you guys can at least travel, come back, travel, come back. So that is it. But I don't think you should leave your boyfriend, like she said, that doesn't treat you badly, that treats you nicely, just because you are seeing a guy that wants to just take you out very fast. No. Is the devil that is using your desire to lure you in?
If you go to London, I'll be watching you.
Exactly, that's your desire. And then he will use it to draw you in, and it will happen so fast. And
you'll be
easily,
like,
and you think it's, God has answered my prayer. No. Do you understand? So I don't think
The Lord has done it
finally. Made me remember one thing I saw online, like, they say not all that glitters. I go say I will pack everything. When I get home, I'll go and check the one that to go. See, sometimes like this everything, nothing they there, no gold, it's just tangle.
I'm telling you,
they will beat.
Do you understand? So the girl, her dream. That her dream.
He's dreaming. he's giving her this in Wonderland.
That her dream. She should. Well, I feel like she should still communicate to her current boyfriend and tell him that this is what I want to, and there's a guy that is, I don't know if you tell there's a guy.
No. I mean, you can just say, "Oh, darling, look at the situation of the country."
Me, I can't say it though. Me, I'm very expressive. I will tell you as it is. That there's a guy.
Why you are in a relationship? Why didn't even give that guy the opportunity to even talk to you to that point? It means you have the mind that you want to leave this guy.
Yes,
you want to
actually
try.
That's true. I mean, but not communicating. But me, I will say it. Do you know that? I mean, I always like to say it just to get it off my chest. But you tell him that this is what you want. This is your dream since when you've been born, that you want to relocate. That if he's not willing to align, you leave him and all of that. So let him communicate and tell him what it is.
Yeah.
So if he loves you so much to keep you, he should be able to compromise, because relationship love is about you have to compromise.
Yeah, but
if
now
you cannot
in this
compromise,
case, it will be only the guy compromising for the lady.
no, she will not. That's what I'm saying. They will come to a conclusion.
Okay,
they will
something
meet each
they'll
other
meet in between.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he
midway.
has his business that is very important, of which if he leaves his business and he's struggling, you
Might
still want to
suffer.
leave him alone.
Yes,
Do you understand?
yes.
So you have to be considerate. Him too, he has to be considerate. So they just have to
And even there are so many guys out there, so many married men that their
wives are
families
abroad
are
and they are
and they are here in Nigeria,
You get what I'm saying? And they
focusing
go
on
and
their
visit.
business. Whatever their family, they're doing over there, they are the ones sponsoring,
Yeah.
and they are doing well for themselves. They go for vacations, they come back,
Okay.
they go see them. I feel
Yeah.
they can work
I
this
hear
out.
what both of you have said, and One thing I hear strongly is consideration and compromise.
Yeah.
There's one quote, I don't know if I was the first person to say this quote, but I think it's very powerful and it's something everybody in a relationship and marriage should think about. The highest form of love is consideration.
Yeah.
When you can consider the other person, not just yourself. My actions, my inactions, my words, my thoughts, what does it do to this person? That's the highest form of love. Once you can consider the other person you are in a relationship with, you would last longer in that relationship.
Yeah.
So I hear that, okay, the guy should consider the girl, because I mean, if some people, from the time that they knew themselves, they've hated being Nigerian. Some people will be like, of all the country in the world, God, why did you make me a Nigerian?
Yeah, like they are looking for every opportunity to
Yes.
jump out together.
Some people
will
don't
come
think
together.
they can ever make it in Nigeria.
That is
Wow.
it.
Some would even go as far as, even if it's Togo,
They will
or
go on
Syria,
Ghana.
no,
On Ghana.
on Ghana.
They will jump.
Let me just leave this Nigeria for you people.
I swear.
And with the current state of things, the economy is biting everybody.
Yeah.
So-
even the rich are crying.
She might be looking at it as, this is a God sent to me.
My
That-
escape route
that
from
My
Nigeria.
hallelujah challenge
did not go
prayer
in vain.
has finally happened.
I'm telling you.
All the NLP prayer all the prayer Pastor Bolaji used to pray for me. This is the answer.
This is it.
Approval. It has
Divine
finally
connection.
happened. Divine
Divine
connection.
connection. Or divine orchestration of
Orchestration.
the Lord.
It has finally happened. But you know, on the other hand, this is a guy that I like the point that you took it from, that there are men here in Nigeria who do businesses and they fund their family outside Nigeria. They go on vacation, they come back, you know, but on the other hand, the guy might also be looking at it from this perspective that maybe he's the kind of guy that cannot hold himself.
That cannot hold himself.
Yeah.
They've been dating for 2 years,
Uh-huh.
if I'm correct.
Uh-huh.
And she should have known if that is the case now for the 2 years.
What if that's the case?
That's why I said, unless the guy have like underlying issues that
Issues.
we don't
Don't
know about.
know,
Maybe
okay.
it's a cheat, maybe he beat her, maybe it's emotional trauma, you know, those kind of little things that you can sense that if you marry this person, you see psychiatric
See-
hospital,
see Igbobi.
see the general hospital, see funeral house. You will know. So if that is not the case, I mean, and I strongly,
You think that's the case, bro?
if none of that is the case, this girl, Zukwanike, where you dey rest, and
wow.
try to meet the guy in
the
between. Both
middle.
of you should just try to talk, communicate, let him know, see baby, see the way this country is going. Your baby girl is not
Don't
baby
you
girl
want
in
your
again.
children to have dual citizenship?
You get,
that kind
there's a
of-
way you talk about it. Like, okay, so if we get married, can we relocate out of the country, even if it's just me? I don't mind. You know, that kind of thing. You just meet yourself. But say you up and leave for Mr. UK.
I'm telling you, UK.
You will not be okay. I pity you.
Actually.
Wow.
UK.
Thank you. I'm sure that with all the things they've said, you can make a decision from all that they've said. Okay, so for everyone who graced the yellow box, I usually would ask them this question. Because both of you are ladies, I would ask you, what do you think a man should have before he starts thinking of settling down with respect to marriage? One most important thing, I know you have a list of things, but one most important thing that is very important to you, if he doesn't have it, he should go.
Well, what you need to, number one,
No,
You have to-
it's just that one that I want.
Just one.
Because the way you said
No,
number one, it seems you
have
want to
to-
say
you
1, 2,
said-
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, you said you have to have, before you start thinking.
King, yes.
Of
that
course.
one thing.
Number one, you have to be financially stable before you start thinking. Number two, you have to be living a life of purpose. A life of purpose, financial stability. Know who you are. Know yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Be ready mentally before you start thinking about it, because there are a lot of things, but he said just a few. That for me, you should already know what you want in life. You should be living a life of purpose. You should be financially stable, and you should be ready already mentally, spiritually. You should be spiritually ready. Very important. You should be spiritually ready before you start thinking of going into a relationship.
Okay.
You should have a solid relationship with the Almighty.
I was waiting to hear with the Holy Ghost.
With the Holy Ghost, exactly. You should have a solid, firm relationship with the Holy Ghost before you start thinking. Yeah, He will direct you. So yeah.
Okay. Arolua, let's have it. Let's have it.
What the man should
Yeah.
have, you should have your life together.
Mm-hmm.
Your life, let it just be together. I mean, to whom much is given, much is expected.
Mm.
As the head of the family, that is like the powerhouse of the family. So if the head is, he said, the book of Proverbs said, if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? If we don't have a solid foundation, which is Christ is the head of the church, on whom we all build our churches upon. If Christ is not solid, the church will never stand. So as a man, if you are not solid, your home can never stand. I see people going about, oh, the wife must be spiritually strong. Hey, I want to go to spiritual battle with my husband. I don't want him to leave me because I can't. Nobody can do it alone. If I can do it alone, I don't need you.
Correct.
If I can fund all my lifestyle, I can do everything. I can even give birth to which is possible. But to me, the way the world works and how God created it and the things we grew up to, I feel like you should just be there equally. The husband must be strong. Spiritually, financially, mentally, psychologically. Because some men, they are not psychologically ready for marriage. Because whatever you are is what your children will want to be. So if you are not there, I cannot give birth to children for a man who has not even gotten his shit together. Then what will now happen in the next 20 years? My daughter, God forbid, now look at me and say, what were you thinking? Marrying this kind of man. So many children, people in their 20s, have these same questions right here in their mind, but they cannot say it out. You know the kind of society we have. Honor your father and your mother. So there are so many things you cannot even say to them. But deep down, you look at it sometimes and be like,
how did you end up with this man?
How did you end up with this man? Mommy, you are too gentle and kind to get hooked to this kind of man. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like the social vices. We don't get to talk about it because family, it's sacred. They give birth to you have to be. So as a man, get your life together. You don't have to have everything, but have something of everything, something out of everything, something we can build on. Because you are telling me most times and you hear, what did you bring to the table? What did you put on the table that I want to come and build on? Normally, a man is a provider.
Do you even have the table?
A woman is the multiplier.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you don't have something that I'm coming to multiply, we are both empty.
Exactly.
I mean, it's possible for me to have my own money, but that is not what we are going to work on. I'm an helpmate. I'm not here to fund everything. Helpmate.
To help.
PA.
Yes.
Not be you, they do everything. You just, they do personal assistant for person. So everybody needs to know their space now. We need to know where we belong. So where you belong, I need to be sure that it's solid.
Hey.
Yeah.
So where I belong,
I will hold my side.
I will hold my own stand. I will man it with all my power and strength. Because I know that when my children are coming, I need to give them the attention. I need to give them that motherly love. I need to be there. I need to mediate between, everybody in the house. But that house you want to give me to build, to turn into a home for you, I need to know that it's strong. So, I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true. I want to add something that she said. In this our society, they think the woman should be more spiritually strong than the man. It has to be the man. The man is the priest of the family. He should be spiritually strong. He should be stronger than the wife because it's him that will lead the children. And he has to be whole. because a lot of men they are not okay. It has to be it's true. They have to be whole.
I mean, as much
Whole.
as we have, men that are not okay.
Yes.
So women say, God,
Yeah, so before they
I
start
beg.
thinking, they have to heal first from whatever it is. A lot of men are insecure because of past experience, so they have to be whole, heal first. Spiritually strong men of these days, they find, I don't know. You have to be spiritually strong, yeah, and financially, and just get your life together. That's just it. Before you start thinking of a lot of men now, they just want to. I want to date. I want to know, and you don't have. I'm like, oh, you guys shouldn't be thinking about that.
Even me as a woman self, sometimes, if life don't show me shaggy and I know that financially I'm not too strong like that, relationship no they do me. Because I know that I want to spoil my man. So
Yeah.
you as a man, you don't have that thought. Please, you see. Excuse me, sir. It's not gonna work. Please. Please, it's not. So because me as a woman, I'm thinking, I don't want to be a liability to you. So I don't expect you to come and be a liability to
To
me.
me. Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Blessing Uro. Thank you so much, Araolua Adeoti.
you.
It's been a beautiful session with you guys on this episode of the Yellow
Thank
Box.
you.
Thank you. All right, guys, there you have it. That was another beautiful episode of the Yellow Box. And I had the beautiful Blessing Uro and the beautiful Araoloa Adeoti on this particular episode. We hope that we've been able to provide solution to your questions. We expect that you would ask further questions if you have any, or you would ask your question by clicking on the link displaying on the screen. You are asking anonymously. We don't even need to know your name, but trust that we would give answers to the questions that we get. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Till we meet again, same time and same station. See you guys next time.